Hello everyone, my name is Ashutosh Pandey and today we will see the topic thermodynamics. So first of all, the question comes in our mind, what does the word thermodynamics actually means? So it is made up of two words. First word is our thermo and second word is our dynamics. Okay, so thermo means heat or can say energy. Okay, thermo means heat or energy and dynamics means flow or can say transfer. Okay, transfer. So thermodynamics is the branch of chemistry where we study the flow of heat or can say the energy transfer processes. So in thermodynamics we study the heat flow or can say energy transfer transfer processes. So understood these things. So now to study the heat flow or energy transfer processes, first we have to understand the basic terminologies that are involved in this study. So first we will study what is our system. Okay, system. What is system? Then second we will see what is surrounding. Okay, what is surrounding? Then we will see what is boundary. This is very important point. What is boundary? And then we will see at the last but not the least what is our universe. What is universe? So these 4 points we will understand by considering a simple example. Let us consider that we have a three-dimensional box, cubical box, and we have placed a cylinder inside the cubical box. So first I will draw the cubical box. So here this is three-dimensional cubical box, simple box, and now we have placed a cylinder inside this cubical box. Now consider that this cylinder consists of certain type of molecules in it. Okay, so I will draw first. These are the certain type of molecules that are present inside the cylinder and outside the cylinder, but inside this cube we have some different type of molecules. So I will draw, these are some different type of molecules outside this cylinder. Okay, now we want to study molecules that are present only inside the cylinder, then this cylinder becomes our system. Why? Because system is the part which is being under the observation. If observing inside the cylinder, then this becomes the system. So system is under observation. Under observation. Now the part that is other than the system is known as surrounding. So the molecules that are outside this cylinder become the surrounding. So surrounding is not under the observation. These molecules are other than this cylinder, these molecules are surrounding. And the part that separates the system with the surrounding is known as boundary. Third terminology, boundary. So here this circumference of this cylinder becomes the boundary that separates the system with the surrounding. So this is very important point because boundary is very important thing. Now this cubical box that consists both the system and the surrounding is known as universe. Universe. So universe consists of both system and the surrounding. So we have understand that what is these terminologies. Now depending on the nature of this boundary, how we can get different type of systems we will going to look at. So first I will rub it out. So boundary is very important for us. Like the nature of the boundary decides what type of system we are considering. So on the basis of that, we'll study different type of processes. Okay. So let us consider that our boundary is not a physical boundary, it is an imaginary boundary. So first we'll taking that this cylinder has an imaginary boundary. No as such physical wall is there. So these outside molecules which are our surrounding, and these inside molecules which is our system. Okay, so if the boundary is imaginary, then the flow of both particles and the energy between the system and the surrounding is possible here. So the flow of energy and particle is possible when we are considering our boundary as imaginary. So this will become our first system, which is known as open system. Open system, understood? Now we'll take, imagine our boundary is a real boundary. When the boundary is real, then it will not let the flow of particle to take place. But here the flow of energy is possible. So our second type of boundary, which is our real boundary, here the flow of particle is not possible, but the flow of energy is possible. So here this type of system where flow of particle is restricted but flow of energy is allowed is known as our second type of system, which is closed system. Closed system. Okay, understood? Now we'll consider our third type of system. So for third type of system, the boundary is insulated boundary, insulated rigid boundary. So what does the insulated word means? That it do not let the flow of energy also to take place between the system and the surrounding. Okay, so this is our insulated boundary. Insulated boundary. So here the flow of particle and flow of energy both is restricted. Flow of particle and energy both is restricted. So hence the system become isolated from the surrounding. Hence it is known as isolated system. Isolated system. So the best example of the isolated system is our universe. Our universe is totally an isolated system. Now a special case of isolated system is our adiabatic system. So consider a boundary which is also insulated, so it will not let the flow of heat to take place, but it can do flow of energy in other means, like it can do work. So by expanding or compressing, it can do work. So flow of energy is possible, but not in terms of heat. So flow of heat is not possible. Flow of particle is not possible, but energy transfer can take place in term of work. So here this type of system is known as adiabatic system, which is a special type of isolated system. So today, in today's class, we have understand what does the word thermodynamics means and what are the different terminologies, and we have seen depending on the boundary, what different type of boundary we get different type of system. So that's about today's class. Thank you.